We got the dual projector setups. Interesting. I'm going to have two of these in the back, which are going to be ViewSonics. These are my dual NEC projectors. I got them both set to the same settings. And as you can see, the gray surface, which means I got to give me a white surface too out here too on top of that. That's like gray and white. I'll be right back. Tab this with some green tape, because usually when we put this on the white wall, it disappears. We can't find it. So we'll tab it with some green tape. I'm gonna take a white surface, stick it in the middle of that screen over there. All right, there we go. And see, they don't show you demonstrations like this. They refuse to. You know why? Because they're too busy basically promoting a projector that doesn't work. And they're definitely not gonna show you that in the day. And then the other ones, well, basically, they're too busy doing demonstrations in the dark to promote a screen paint. At the end of the day, doesn't work. As I said before, gray screens, white surfaces, do not work on ultra short those. They don't work on any form of projector. You can see an image, yes, it will pick up. It ain't gonna be your best. It's gonna be the worst thing you ever saw in your entire life. And a lot of people think, as they're watching these screens at the end of the day, you think they're actually getting an actual beautiful image. No, you're getting half your projector, if not, maybe less than that. So you can see with our technology, we can take the 720p projector with 4000 to 1 and produce that beautiful star field right there, because our technology pulls a 100% black level, where the gray and white screen over there is picking up nothing. Now, I've got a couple of emails about people saying, well, hey, your walls aren't exactly the color of screen paint. Yes, it is. Keep in mind, I was making this stuff before you guys even knew who I was on YouTube. Even contracted with the global contract. So, yeah, I should know. I was making it way before a lot of other people that were making it. I was around the area or time when Sonic Chill and then we're actually in Mississippi Man from ABS Form. That's way back. So, you know, these other naysayers, you weren't even thought of at that time. But anyway, we've been through this before. When I popped the top on the network grade 773, and what did I say? It's going to match. And what did it do? It matched. So if I'm sitting here telling you that these walls we have in here, they have a very strange tone to them. They will match the screen paint with no problem whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I don't really want to do it that way, to tell you the truth, because that's at the end of somebody's livelihood. I really don't want to bother with that. Buying paints on eBay and bring them over to match a wall. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. But for those individuals that want to run their mouths about that, I will buy your product and stick it against the wall. But anyway, just to show you that, no. Ultra short throw projectors do not work on gray screens. There you are, two projectors side by side, both displaying a star field. You can't pick up contrast here, you pick up contrast here. Doesn't make a difference about all the bells and whistles that you have in your projector. The screen plays a large role in it. Basic star field demonstration. Let's take our lights out. This is why demonstrations I see now today aren't long enough. They don't tell the customers enough information. It tells them the bare minimum of what they should know. And then they get by something that doesn't work at the end of the day. If you saw more demonstrations like this, this would basically caution you on what projectors you're buying or what screens you're buying. All right, let's get a color pattern in here. Let's get a remote controls mixed up here. Make sure we got everything here, because we're running two at the same time. I forgot we're not on long throw, so I don't have to worry about my shadow casting across the screen. Let's go with Red screen. She's gonna play nice with me today because
Getting that from
there we
YouTube.
go. She's been a little buggy. Look at that. I said red screen. She put down rich. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
It's maybe one of those days today. Oh, this is the wrong one for this one. All right, we're gonna make sure we get the fire sticks in here correctly because I do not want to be in here trying to find out where fire sticks are at. So let's see what it's at on this here too. Kitchen. Yep, in the kitchen. Red screen, left in the kitchen. Told you. I'm going to be taking pictures of this. I'll be loading this on the website. This will be another section, ultra short throw on ultra short throw, black versus gray and white. Told you, colors are washed out. And what's the first thing they tell you? Your colors will get better if you calibrate. God forbid if we turn the lights on, this is going to be pretty bad. These projectors are 3,600 lumens. They're extreme. These are really good projectors. These projectors are basically used for like offices and schools and stuff like that. They have that kind of software in them that allows them to be used with those pens for whiteboards and stuff like that. That's what they were designed for. So they have a whopping 3,600 lumens. Actually, lumens are much higher than P2 and most projectors I've seen so far. The lumen count of this projector would be the highest. No, it's not the highest. Dell's have 5,000 lumens. Optima has one that's 5,000 lumens too. Blue screen. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now the whole purpose of the ultra short throw projector is to have a TV-like set-top box, so you can use it just like a TV. They call them laser TVs now. That's not going to work if you can't see it. And for those of you saying, well, maybe you have to spend the money for what? We'd spend more money? Okay. Yeah, that's the problem. You'll spend more money and you'll still be stuck in the dark, as we've seen all the demonstrations under P2s and Epson projectors, and it's the same thing, same dark environment. Well, projectors were meant to be used, not these, they weren't. These are basically designed to basically be used like a TV. They weren't designed for that. You've seen how they advertise these projectors. The P2, how they advertise that one. They don't advertise it like a movie cinema. They advertise it like a TV set-top box where the family can all get together and they can enjoy the projector and watch the big screen in a projector setting. Purple screen. Purple screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, let's go here. Now, if you notice, if you look at the white screen, it isn't much of a difference from the gray surface, is it? I told you it's a little hiccup. That's basically about it. You would literally have to walk over to that screen to show you the difference. We're not going over there. We should be able to see it crystal clear from here. Let's see. Let's bounce this back with the lights out, which we shouldn't be doing. Something we should not be doing. Because just the projectors are supposed to be used in fully lit environments. Let's see. Let's go with what do you got here for color in here anyway? I got in this menu. You got a color change on here floating around here somewhere? Oh, we do got one here. That's a color changer. It's a color changer.
It's not delivery. It's digital. Fresh baked taste. The winner.
So I'll put that one back. Wait for this one to kick in. Go back at the same time. There we go. And play. Now, if you notice, if you look at our technology, we're not displacing light all over the place, where the white and gray screen is bouncing light just about everywhere. Oh man, I remember I used to make gray screen paints. I hit that with the projectors, have all this light coming at you like boom. At that time, I really didn't know what it was. LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
LG beta fish. LG beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
As I said before, when you do demonstrations with OLEDs, the background has to remain black 24/7. But this demonstration is supposed to be done with lights on. These are ultra short throws. There's no excuse for an ultra short throw to be sitting in the dark. There's no excuse. If you have to turn on your lights to run an ultra short throw, there's something wrong there. Projector's nearly kissing the screen at that much luminance. I can see the lumens from 900 to 1,000. No, I really can't see that either. No, I can't. These are 36. Background must remain black at all times. It's an OLED demonstration. All right, let's do lights out. Try to give the gray screen a chance. See if it'll work. Nope, can't see the contrast. Doesn't work. And we always get this all the time. I'm going to be in a dark environment. You're not going to see a difference. Yes, you are going to see a difference. You'll see a 100% contrast level in true color without calibrating. That's why we call it an OLED-like screen paint. Can't do that to a gray screen. Let's put up something else. Sony Pinball.
Getting that from YouTube.
Sony Pinball. Now my price tag for both of these projectors, that was $60. This one was $140. So it cost me 200 bucks. Once I take this projector and I transfer it over there, this projector has a magnificent image. But as long as it's on the gray screen, the color is going to suffer. The picture is going to suffer. So we got it starting over here, commercial over here. All right. We should be caught up on both of these. Now, for anyone out there who's claiming that your screen paint works on an ultra short throw, well, I got a new test facility I'm going to be renting pretty soon. I'm going to bring you over there with 2 back-to-back ultra short throws. We will paint you on one side, we'll have our technology on the other side, and we'll show at the end of the day, it doesn't work at all, period. It needs to be uncalibrated projectors, which is not needed. Only reason why you got to calibrate because your colors don't come up correctly. Heck, I'm willing to put the other one on a calibrated projector, have a professional come in and calibrate that projector, and have the other one uncalibrated and still beat it. Well, let's get this one right here. This is a nice one too. Maybe this one with the jazz. And you see how bright the colors are on our technology and the contrast level at the same time. With the gray screen and white screen, can't see the contrast. They can pick up the white levels, just can't see the contrast, which is needed. We do some of this with the lights out. This will hit closer to home for some people. Doing demonstrations in the dark. Gee whiz Louise. This is what you got to watch out for. People that don't show you these things at the end of the day, they don't show you proper demonstrations. Being in the dark with a projector on a standalone screen, nothing to compare it to, doesn't help the customer. It just hides the fact that the screen can't see contrast or color. You're lying to your customers. And I say that out front to people who basically do this at the end of the day. They take these projectors, a massive amount of contrast levels, stick them in dark environments, and say, ooh la, look, your projector's going to do the same thing. No, it won't. That's not going to happen. How about we redo that demonstration and in a fully lit environment, or in the environment that the place came in when that person first moved into that environment. You'll see a lot of fake demonstrations in the fake environments too. There's no way to know your apartment's that dark or house is that dark. LG demonstrations. LG demonstrations. I should get some for that. Some weird stuff. LG jazz demonstration. I tell you, I hate IV-VIII. I really do. They do some of the weirdest stuff you would ever think of. Literally. I literally had one open up a secret menu one time. A lot of you not. You know, I'm kind of figured out where to get back to that one again. Okay, let's see if we can get here on our own, because right now this one's acting up. Right, we got one screen not operating. Gotta wait for that one to kick in. Come back on this one. For these. It's sad because even when you look at some of the certified screens, they will coach someone into buying an insanely expensive projector, telling that this is going to fix this and this is going to fix that. No, it's not. You're still going to have the same problems. You're still going to be stuck in the dark. I know that because I'm on those forum sites. Even with those here high-end projectors, right now, I can give you a P2 challenge. I can challenge you against my 720p projector. 100-inch screen, make it like everybody can do 100-inch screen, start for demonstration tomorrow. Can you do that at 2 million to 1 on your gray screen or white screen? See, the thing is that this is the funny part about it is that the naysayers want to go against my black technology. You have to understand that gunmetal, pretty soon certified screens will have a black technology. Then what? It's not the fact that it starts with me, it's the fact that it's going to end with me. You have to understand this. That the new technology in home theater projection is darker technology. If you have a light gray screen paint or a white screen, you're obsolete already. So not only do you have to go against me, but you have to go against every other dark technology out there. It's kind of like, I hate to put it that way, it's going to sound kind of racist, but it's not when you really think about it. It's dark technology versus light technology. That's what it comes down to now. These are wars that have been going on back and forth since day one. You had white walls versus white projection screens. You're buying the same thing. Why buy a white projection screen? We can just sit there and just basically get a projector. Projector. People have to put it this way, and you have different forum sites. You have people that would discuss about why buy a expensive white screen. We can just use your wall. And they would say, well, it has a 2.0 or 0.1. It picks up a little higher gain. The color's slightly a little better. Those are arguments they had there. Then it was the gray screen paints versus the white projection screens, and that went on for a while. And then it became gray versus certified, and then it became screen paints versus projection screens, physical screens, DLP versus LCD, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And now it's getting to the point now that you see all this gunmetal technology pushing out, but these gunmetal technologies are getting darker and darker and darker, where they're almost physically black screens. It's only a matter of time before one of these certified companies pop up with a black technology. Now, does that threaten me? No. Why would it threaten me at the end of the day? This is a screen, when it comes out, is going to be extremely, extremely expensive. You thought a gunmetal was expensive. This is going to be extremely expensive. Oh, that noise? No, that stuff don't bother me. It's probably car backfiring. It's really high in neighborhood, so But anyway, so it is going to be extremely expensive. If you start spending $3,000 to $5,000 for gunmetal was expensive, wait till you see a black certified screen pop up. And still, that's going to put us ahead because our technology is far cheaper than certified, which means we would still be to stay afloat with no problem whatsoever. Now, if they were to bring their screens down to our price, this wouldn't be a problem for us still at the end of the day because their capital would implode. They have to travel at a certain capital, make a certain kind of money to keep everything flowing correctly. That's the other business side of business. So they have to have it at a certain price point in order to keep their company flowing. They drop it down to our price point, there's going to be issues and problems. But anyway, they couldn't afford to keep their company afloat, just to put it that way. So anyway, yeah, it's only a matter of time before one of these screens come up with a black screen. It's coming. Now, once that happens, then people are going to be shifted. The debate's going to be black technology versus gray and white technology. Which means many years back, when I saw Diamond's technology hit my screen and I realized I was looking at the future, that sooner or later, that everything's going to be black sooner or later. Darker gunmetal screens, this is going to be the future. And you guys still making those light products, you're about to become obsolete. You know why they're going to make a black technology? It'll be because of us. Because they know at the end of the day, when you base gunmetal technology, is based off having a screen that can produce a very heavy dark contrast. Well, now they're dealing with a screen that can produce a 100% contrast because it's black. And in order to deal with me at the end of the day, they would have to make a black screen. Isn't that interesting? Changing of technology. Two options. You roll with it or you get crushed by it. That's how it works. And you guys are still going to be there trying to convince people that gray screens are the way to go, and they're not. Even Google will tell you at the end of the day, the benefits of a black screen is a more superior form of technology due to the fact it can pick up 100% contrast and beautiful and brighter colors. But I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if Diamond or Elite Screens or any one of those big companies are already in development for black technology. Which means, I called it, which means 8 years back when we had this technology, I had it way before they did, which means we're still far more advanced than they are. Okay, let's go from here. So you guys want to update your technology and get your screen into the future, then guess what? Black is where it's going to be at. It's going to be the future. Let's come out of here and let's just put the lights out. Let's do this back with the lights out. Because this demonstration is always done in the dark. I always see this in the dark. Yeah, it's a car backfiring. And people get upset like, no, it's not gunfire. I lived in really bad neighborhoods. I think I would know what gunfire sounds like. And on top of that, be a lot of yelling and screaming afterwards. A lot of yelling and screaming. There was like no yelling and screaming, okay? We got Asian 47 in the neighborhood. I think the interesting part about seeing a black certified screen, they're going to have the reflective surface. They're definitely going to have that. That's like, for some reason, it's like their signature. Of all the certified screens I've tested, they all have that reflective surface, either more or less. So I wonder how that's going to work. Because that's going to bring up with gunmetal, you at least have a better chance of bringing up an angle gain. Because the screen isn't super jet black, you have that chance of collecting a little bit more white light. But a jet black screen with that reflective surface, man, now our viewing cone is going to be a nightmare. Oh, well, I'm curious how they're going to fix it, or how they're going to do it. Don't contact me picking my brain at the end of the day. I couldn't know how to begin with that stuff. I don't know how that surface, like, I don't get it. What do you know? Oh, gee, I just thought about that. Usually the long throw versions of certifiers are expensive. The ultra short throws are really crazy expensive. Man, this is gonna be a really crazy expensive screen. I'm figuring like probably about $10,000 for a 100-inch. Well, my customers will be sitting up there like, huh, been there, done that. Yeah, we've been there, done it already. We done it already. So you got gray screens, you got to catch up. You're behind. Gray and white screens, you got to catch up. Because I tell you something, Diamond's technology, they're getting close to the black. They really are getting close to the black. The gunmetals are crazy dark. That'd be a nice challenge, man. I'm hoping for that. I got my fingers crossed on that. That'll give us something to test the 2024 Alpha 1 against. That, oh, please, I hope they do. I hope they come up there with a black certified screen. Would be amazing. That gives us an opportunity to test against something even more stronger than what we're used to testing against. Gunmetal test on a black screen is so easy, it's not even funny. But a black screen certified? Oh, that is freaking, that would be a beautiful blessing. I would love to see this. Now for your gray screens, I wouldn't even go near that technology. That stuff will blow your stuff clean out of the water. If you thought the gunmetal was nasty, gee whiz. I could imagine a black version of that tech. So it might have you guys looking like a white sheet of paper at the end of the day. Now I'm not talking about people who have gray screens. I'm talking about people who make this stuff. Yeah. People who have this gray screen, yeah, you need to upgrade. You really do. I get tired of going to forums like, his projector is what? How much did he pay for that thing? Oh, he wasted his money. Okay, that's good to know. They got a section in there for JVC projectors. You ever seen how expensive a JVC projector is? They're not as expensive as barcodes, but they're pretty freaking expensive, man. Gee whiz. You spend money on that machine and you can't do a star fill in a fully lit environment. Like I asked the guy to turn the projector on, send him the link, pull the star fill. He couldn't do it. Screen would wash out. All that power, all that money. Oh well. Let's go to, oh, AK Earth. AK Earth. See which one got it right. This one, she's over here bugging. 8K Earth. All right, she's got to be rebooted. She's happy. Joy of Fire Sticks. I'm gonna try Apple TV. I haven't had one of those yet. Which one we got on the side? 8K Earth. All right, you see that symbol with all that's supposed to be. I can't explain that. How many times I watch people who will pull up a Fire Stick menu and it'll come out washed out, gray, dingy, colors are discolored, and everything. This is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to come out black, not ashy gray. Let's try her again over here. 8K Earth. There we go. I'm going to fight for that one. All right. And she still has an attitude. Look at her. Like today. Where is? I've been going through this mess with her all day. Try again. You can try again. Now you see what I'm going through? We got two Fire Sticks running at the same time. This one is running perfectly fine with no problem whatsoever. This one isn't running. So there's nothing wrong with the internet because it's running perfectly fine right over here. I told you things are buggy as I don't know what. Fire sticks have issues, man, and I had quite a lot of them. They have issues. Now this one's telling me that there's no internet, right? And this one's on right now. You tell me. Now it's saying there's no internet available. Yeah, I told you. No network connection lost. She was Amazon. Make a freaking fire stick that freaking works. I've had like 20 of these bad boys. Every single model that they have, I've already had it already. I'll be telling myself, once you get the Amazon TV, I'm not spending the money for that. Not if I'm going through this nonsense. She has it. I've seen the nightmare she goes through. It doesn't listen to command properly at all, period. You got to scream at it and tell it to put the lights on, like, lights, and the lights don't even come on. All right, let me see what's going on with this one right here. Let's try you again, if you're having these issues. Try it again. Fire you up again. I'm not buying any more fire sticks. I'm done. So while we're over here waiting for that, we can look at the white sheet of paper in the middle of our screen right there. Did you know that's a white sheet of paper on a gray screen? I told you there's no difference between a white screen and a gray screen. They're both do the same thing. While we're waiting for this one to come out of its temperament. These walls are freaking perfectly flat. Like, I'm freaking amazed over this. Because the last house I went through, literally, I mean, the walls were so, like, interplaced. It was like watching off a funhouse mirror. All right, let me go see what's going on with this one. This one's having issues with the internet. I don't know how when we're running over here with no problem. Let's see what's going on with you. What's your problem? All right. Oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. You got to be freaking kidding me. We're not going there. I didn't ask for that. That's definitely not what I asked for. All right, we're back. Technology at its finest. Can you imagine when they start making this stuff, start talking back to you? Can you imagine the arguments you'll be having over your machines at the end of the day? We'll go 6 o'clock in the morning arguing with your toaster and why it burnt your toast when you clearly sent the timer. And they got to update because you got upset because you wouldn't update the firmware on the toaster. Like, what's your fault? Oh, we get to that point, I'm done. I'm definitely going on through it. All right, let's see what we need to do here. 8K, 8K Earth. So here she'll listen.
Getting that from YouTube.
But I got to go through people. 8K, 8K Earth. All right, fire stick's defective. We got to get another one. This is just freaking insane. This is bought this fire stick. No, we don't want cooking or food. It's not what we asked for. All right, this is what we're going to do. Mainly override you because you're a jerk. Let's go here instead. Let's fix this mess. It doesn't want to listen. I gotta go through some time, I swear. Simple demonstration, you gotta fight a freaking fire stick. Doesn't want to listen. No, we didn't ask for that. You're definitely doing too much again. We're adding something in, we don't need it, we already asked for it. Get out of there. Try you again. Sorry people about the delay here. Fire stick over here wants to have a mind of its own, so it doesn't want to work today. So we'll stick it down on this one. So for some reason voice communications is not working. Maybe it needs fresh batteries, we'll see. There, we got gee whiz Louise. You sit from the comfort of your own chair and speak into your microphone. Yeah, right.
Hot mornings start here with an experience that awakens the senses. Intense aromas of freshly brewed coffee. Finished with rich crema. Taste the unforgettable. Nespresso virtual. But coffee is meant to be.
Way too loud.
I can't look at the rocket launch, 'cause I like birds.
Visita tu concesionario Volkswagen más cercano y conoce nuestra variedad de SUVs.
Go for these on it. There we go. Now we're back in business. Ready to go a little nightmare with the fire stick. The reason why we turn our lights on because we're not watching a movie. If I want to watch regular TV on my screen without it washing out or fading, I should be doing this with the lights on. The problem is with the gray screen, I have to turn the lights off when the screen's going to function correctly. Projector in the shot. Oh, wow, I had them both at the same time. Oh, we got them both now, this one. How do we get a commercial on this one and this one at the same time? Wow, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well, you explained that when they're both the same video. One actually started with a commercial and they're both the same video. Oh, that's going to blow your mind at the end of the day. How's it? I'm even going to think about that. That's going to definitely scramble my head. They're both the same video. How did one end up with a commercial and didn't have a commercial? Okay, I'm not going down that road. I need my brain for tomorrow. I got things to do. They should have both hit that commercial at the same time. We have an alternate universe going on in this section over here? Because, yeah, I need to know. What is going on in my section over here? Because I have never seen it ever happen anytime I've ever shot a video. If we're shooting the same video and there's a commercial and they both hit at the same time. It may be different commercials, but they both hit at the same time. Well, that was freaky. That's what I said, don't even think about it. To mess your head up, like, how freaking is this? Is this an alternate universe here? Do we have a time difference here somewhere? Somewhere now I'm going to mount that projector. That's a really good one too. Yeah, I gotta figure out where to get the mount from for the ultra short throw. Because I'm going to mount one in here. I'm not going to put it there because I don't want any, only one screen in here. I don't want two screens that can run at the same time. Just the one. But I gotta figure out where we're going to mount this thing at. Sony 4K demonstration. Sony 4K demonstration. Fire stick as buggy can be. Sony 4K demonstration. Don't even ask what it's about. That is the weirdest thing ever. Like, look at this crap that keeps popping up after I give her a command. She's literally going into the menu to grab items. Sony 4K demonstration. I told you, Fire Sticks are a joke. I love when they're not better than the Chromecast, but the Chromecast lasts longer. Fire Sticks have issues, they do, and I've had plenty of them. They stop functioning, remote control stop working. They have issues with them. Yeah, I'm gonna get me an Apple TV. But my friend has one and she's never had a problem with it. These things right here don't work. You clearly hear me say it. Doesn't want to work at all, period. See how it pauses like that? Yeah. Alexis, you okay?
Getting that from YouTube.
What the freak? Seriously, people? Alexis, 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
4K demonstrations. See? Crazy. We say 4K demonstrations, but the name has to be spoken here. I have a friend of mine who talks about electronic technology waking up and basically being woke. I'm not surprised, man. I've seen some crazy stuff. That's why these little devices is the farthest I would go in my house. Just this. I have an Alexa, the ones that first came out, and I disconnected that thing a long time ago. Won't plug it in. Sitting in the closet right now. I was sitting in the house and something came up on the TV. They didn't even mention close to her name. And the first thing she said, I'm listening. I'm like, nope, no, you're not. Disconnected. Never put it back on ever since then. I don't trust it. Came out, the full-size ones. Never forget that day. I sat there and it said, somebody said something, but it wasn't even close to her name. I'm listening. Now I disconnected that nonsense. I'm disconnected ever since. Now the Fire Sticks, yeah, they're not monitoring 24/7. But those other devices designed to control things in your house, no, we disconnect those things. If she's listening, what else is listening? Don't get me started on the Alexis rants. Like people want, I can see if you're using it, if you're elderly, that I can understand. But if you're basically able and willing, and you have to ask it to turn your lights on, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. Now, if you have a handicap or something like that, that I can see. Perfect example to have it. But if you basically can go in and turn your lights on yourself, and you got to talk to a machine to turn your lights on. Funny part, I like when people argue with the machine. That's the funniest part. Like, you know, you can just go in there and turn your lights on, right? We're getting super lazy, I swear. And nearly, the room is right there. But they won't walk over just to hit the switch because they want the machine to turn it on for them. You ever seen the future of Wall-E? Yeah, that's coming soon. Really? Technology and internet can be a good thing. On top of it, another way it can just dumb you down. I got friends of mine that her kids read every day. They read books every day. Instead of being stuck in, and allowed to game and have a little fun, but majority of their time is spent reading, which is good. Kids don't even write in cursive anymore. I remember cursive used to be a thing. You had to write in cursive. Now they don't write in cursive anymore. They do this whole text thing. Here, somebody writes something to you and they write it in the form of text. Like, what the freak am I looking at here? Yeah, it's getting that bad. Shortcuts for everything. Grab the OLED board to this side.
Es la masa delantita calientita. Es el...
That's the funniest thing ever. I watched my friend argue with a device one time. I said, here, I'll fix it for you. When it turned light up, problem solved. Here's a good with Amazon. Come up with a wireless Alexis keyboard. This would be fantastic. So when these things don't work correctly, you can just type it in and be done. Mini keyboard, be nice. You can whip out like a cell phone and be done, just like that. Because these things don't listen, but they're always listening. It's funny how I talk to people about getting off the grid, and some people think it's because of the technology and all. My purpose for going off the grid is a little different. Mine's basically because of the simple fact I don't want to be tied to the power companies. I don't want to be tied to them. I want to be able to live independently, free without them. That's my thing. To be able to power a home independently with energy that at the end of the day does not belong to them. That's my thing at the end of the day. I'm still going to have my tech at the end of the day. I'm a tech junkie. But I just don't want to be connected to that part of the grid. I want my own source of energy. That's why I've been doing a little studying on my off time on hydroelectric energy. Kind of building something. If this thing works out the way I think it should, it's going to be pretty interesting. And how I can power an entire house, but I can't tell you how. But it's going to be pretty interesting. Well, I already said part of it, hydroelectric energy. So that should tell you right there. It involves water. All that is free-flowing energy. person who basically was, when they designed the Hoover Dam, it's all that water just coming down, put his hands through it and realized that's it's energy, it's money flowing through his fingers. It's energy. And they charge you for it. That's the kind of stuff I like to study. All right, so let's do one more with the lights out. For you. I'm trying to do both. I'm trying to keep it fair. Let's see. What do I do here? I like this Coca-Cola one. I want to do that one. We ought to get the Coca-Cola one. What's this from here? Oh, she's not on this one, so. AK HDR Dolby Vision Classic Coke.
Getting that from YouTube.
Interesting. Now she's working after I mentioned her name. Is that creepy or what?
Eres Advance.
¿Como Advance?
Supongo que eres un gran fan.
If they're not looking for you, they don't see you.
Okay, just want to bring it down. Now, mind you, on the gray screen, we got a white sheet of paper up there, so it gives you an understanding. It's not much of a difference. So lights out. Let's see if it works. Contrast is everything. It's needed for everything. Movies, everything. Try back-to-back venues, long throws, Sony's. Got back-to-back Christie's too. Got two sets of Christie's too in here too, also. Oh, we should get a Christie's. We could do 720p versus 1080p side by side. We'll get the white wall. Okay, this is one fun. We'll get the gray wall and the white surface 1080p projector. We'll take the 720p. We'll stick those in eco mode. I do it that way because most people that are doing this demonstration, they want to make sure their screen has a better advantage than what they're going against. We don't do that. We make sure that our screen has the lowest quality projector and the other one will have the more high quality projector. That's why when we get the P2 in here, I'm going to beat the P2 with that projector sitting right there on the floor. Because on a gray wall, that P2 is not going to see jack.
Getting that from YouTube.
Starfield screensaver. contrast level. And it'll get this poor contrast level altogether. Can you imagine this? Just think about this. That projector on the floor has a 4001. It isn't great. It has a 4001 contrast, right? If you went out and bought one of those projectors that cost $2,500 to $5,000, you're getting a 3,000 to 1 contrast, which is much lower than this one. Your contrast levels are going to suck. I mean, you really need really high contrast levels in order to pick up a decent shade of gray on a gray and white screen. If you're going toward gunmetal technology, that's less you don't have to worry about because there's a much darker screen that's going to pick up a much higher contrast level, but still gray. Black screen technology doesn't require it, and therefore that's an option you paid for, you would never use, so you would turn that off because there's no point in having it on anyway. But think about that. Those projectors have they say they're whopping 3,000 to 1 contrast, and that has 4, and that's how bad the contrast looks on that surface. So that means that projector at 3,000 lumens or 3,000 to 1 contrast is going to look far worse than this. Let's get a nice, pretty asteroid feel some color pop. This one we did on the splatter screen in the back. That screen when I paint over it. I had to give me another screen, another splatter screen. So that means at the end of the day, that projector sitting on the floor at $60 to $140 is all my customer will need in order to produce an amazing image. Or somebody will go out and spend the money for a very expensive projector to fix the problem that the gray and white screen can't see. This is what you mean in the terms of saving you not hundreds, but thousands of dollars. And because our technology is tested against gunmetal and ultra short throws and all that good stuff and certified screens, that means we also too have a technology that's far more better than a certified screen, which again saves our customers thousands of dollars. So I'm calibrating none of that nonsense. If I want to have the lights on, I can do so. Screens work on venue projectors. I love how people put this in their caption for their specification and don't even own enough venue projectors to even know what venue projectors are. But let's see if it works. Went right up on top of the screen at a whopping 4,300 lumens. Let's see which one I want to use. Let's see. We go with the big boy Christmas. Or we got the Sony VPI-3036. Well, actually, one of those is 5,000, one is 4. So I'll give the screen the brighter lumen count on this one, and we'll take the lower one. That should make it fun. I'll make it too easy. Play with the ceiling. Go. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. As I said before, you want the best in your projector at the end of the day. You want to make sure you get what you paid for. This is why our technology is the best choice. When it's sitting there with a washed out screen on your investment in the day and you can't even see your screen, you got to calibrate and all that other nonsense, then you go with a gray and white screen. right, with that being said, I gotta go, and God bless.